Top priority right now is a lounge session. We're lounging with Levine, presented by Steinhoffels, because Bruce, he is here as always, and he is ready to discuss the masterful job that Craig Counsell has been able to do at navigating his entire roster. A lot of squads, they just lean into the gifts and talents of certain players, but not Craig. He sees that every single dude on his team, they always have a purpose, doesn't he, Bruce?
Thanks for doing the whole segment.
Let's walk out.
No, you're right, Cole. Absolutely.
There's special instances that you're going to highlight for us, right, Bruce?
I imagine, but
Okay.
I mean, you did such a nice job of filling us in.
Thank you.
Honestly, that's exactly what he's done. And Craig Counsell does not get enough credit for what he does as far as resting his players.
Okay.
He has a veteran team mostly, okay? 32 years old, Los, in Major League Baseball now, is old.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? By the time guys are 35, they're done. So the way that he's taken them off of their feet is quite remarkable, the way that he's rested them. And using the DH is the key to getting these guys off their feet. So you keep their bat in the lineup and you get them off their feet. You see that list there and how Craig has done it so far. Yeah. And again, today you got Bregman, the same thing, right? You know, so they're either getting the veterans Los a day off or in the DH role where they don't have to play the field. How important is that?
Yeah, I must say, like, for example, you out there every single day playing defense, right? For me, it was first base. Whenever you DH, it truly is a disruption in your routine, right? So you do get a mental break, a total mental break. You're just in a different mindset, right? But you're still hitting, which is great. So you don't totally lose the rhythm. Let's say if you're swinging it pretty well, you're still in the lineup, you got your rhythm, but you feel like you got rebooted, like your system got rebooted. So I really appreciated that. But there's an art to it, because you could definitely interrupt if there's a guy that's going really, really well.
Well, it depends how sensitive a player is about his approach. Obviously, for some players, maybe you were like this. You didn't like DH because you couldn't fill in that time properly in between at bats to feel like you were in the game, right?
I'm glad you mentioned that, knowing your players is key.
DH is a different animal, isn't it?
Some guys don't like it. You know, some guys don't like it. I was able to take advantage of it just because I use it as a mental recharge, right? Because you're not out there on the field. You could go inside, take cuts in the cage, in between innings, and then you come out, you're fresh. It almost felt like you had a total day off, but if you were feeling good at the plate, you kept your rhythm, so there was no disruption there, but your body and your mind felt a huge break, as if you had a full day off.
Now, I know you're the kind of dude who wanted to play every single day. We'll get back to that in just a second. But Bruce, for Craig Counsell, his ability to be able to manage not only the players, but the players and their personalities. You said if a guy doesn't necessarily want to come out of a game, sometimes Craig, he has to gift wrap that, doesn't he?
A little bit, but the key to this year's team and the bench is better players, right?
That helps.
And so he is not reticent in putting in new players during a game. You see guys, like
Tyrone Taylor, new additions. Absolutely.
You see Ramirez. These guys don't miss a beat. They go in there. Ramirez is sitting on the bench hitting 300. That's right. I mean, so it's pretty remarkable what they're doing. And the key to using the DH and getting these guys off their feet and still productive, PCA's 24 years old, right? But he got him off of his feet 3 days in a row, okay? It goes as far for a young player as it does for an older player, because the amount of energy you use is the same. The dog days of August are real. September and having that last kick in you, really important.
You know, we talked about, I joked the other day, I was like, you have to take care of the golden goose, right? Like, you have this result. The team is playing really, really well, but you have to take care of it. You can't just run it all the way to the ground. So that's what he's doing. He's like, well, I need to rest Bregman. I need to rest, PCA. I need to rest him as well. And then you find spot for every single guy to keep them fresh without disrupting the rhythm, because they're swinging it well. That there's an art form to that. You talk to your players. You see what they like, what they don't like.
But he wouldn't do it last year. All due respect, he didn't have the quality of players he has this year. It makes a big difference, because a manager isn't going to necessarily rest a guy if he thinks it's going to cost him a game. the guy's not in there and the spot is not productive.
Carlos, I want to get your opinion on this. Do you think that Craig goes straight to the source, or does he use one of the veterans, say like Alex Bregman or Dansby Swanson, as somewhat of a scout, letting Pete know, okay, man, you've been out of control, playing unbelievably lately, but maybe you do want to take that rest. It's hard to get these young guys, especially out of the lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, he probably goes straight to them, but you're absolutely right. I mean, sometimes they're like, no.
You have to use that veteran as a buffer, don't you?
You got to, it's like, hey, Dansby, like, help me out right here.
Put some feelers out.
Hey, get off your feet, man. We need you. We need you down the stretch. You need to stay fresh. And the way I look at it is like, I don't know if you ever tried this drill. Like sometimes, let's say you're in the cage and you take your 10 swings and the 8th, the 9th, and then the 10th swing fell off. And then you switch and you go take a couple swings left-handed, the other hand for me is righty. And it just sets your mind differently. And then you come back to your true stance and you're locked in.
It's great that you brought that up because a veteran who might have been a Hall of Famer as a Cub did that with Pete Crow-Armstrong during spring training.
How about that? It just
he said to him, get uncomfortable, go into the cage and hit right-handed.
Who was it? Who was the coach? Remember him?
Who was the guy who did it?
Yeah.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay.
Could have been a Hall of Famer?
Could have been.
He's gonna
maybe
he's
a
gonna
Hall of
try to
Famer,
get
or
you.
he had numbers that were right on the threshold.
No guessing allowed here.
No guessing allowed. He's trying to get you to say the name.
I'm going to get my
will
Columbo
tell you,
on.
Before we close out, I will tell you this. There have been players where Craig has said, we want to rest you today, here's why we're doing it, and they've pled their case saying, I don't want to come out. And Counsell and the coaches have talked to them about how essential this will be going into September, how important it'll be to be rested.
Okay.
But the gamer that these guys are, I mean, do you think Ian Happ wanted the day off the other day when the whole team was off after getting hot? No. So there is, you know it better than I do because you did it. When you're hot, you don't want any days off.
Correct. But I mean, sometimes you do need a reboot. I mean, as a matter of fact, even if you're having a tough stretch of days, have you ever tried brushing your teeth with the opposite hand?
Never done it.
So,
never had off days, though,
I'm telling you, it does reboot. I know. You're all out all the time. I got you.
Okay,
but try that. I mean, it's supposed to just reboot your mindset, and all of a sudden you feel fresh. I think Counsell's doing a great job of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig's been over there. He's been brushing his teeth with his feet. By the way, he's been able to reboot this team. He's been unbelievable, just like our guy Bruce. Bruce didn't find amusement in that last one. It's a tough crowd right
here.
here.
Still trying to figure it out.
Okay, well, Bruce was around when this thing was originally erected, or in the nation's capital, the Cubs and the Nationals squaring off head to head.